What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic. And I know y'all been missing me for the past 2 weeks. I actually recorded the video after the Cardinals game. I didn't like the way it sounded because I was actually sick last week. So after I recorded it, I didn't like the way it sounded, so I deleted it. And that's the reason why I didn't record the rest of the week, because I got sicker as the week went on. And this past week I just been busy with work and stuff, so I didn't get a chance to record the video sooner. So I'm sorry for the delay. I know a lot of people been hitting me up on my messages and message boards and in the comments. I appreciate y'all looking for the videos, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna do better and make sure I drop even more videos in the next week or so. Drop more videos than I normally do, so to get y'all boys back on track. So, since I missed the last 2 games, I didn't do a preview or review, I'm going to do a short recap of the 2 games. The Cardinal game, the offense looked good. Luckily, it was they did it on Andre Johnson Day. You hate to get a loss and look horrendous offense when you're celebrating the greatest Texan that's played for the franchise, and you putting them in the ring of honor and stuff, and my favorite athlete of all time. So I'm glad the offense looked the way it looked. It gave you hope. It gave you, okay, maybe we can make a slight slither of noise. Then Monday night happened. And the defense played well. That defense that played Monday is a defense that you can win with. The defense played well enough for you to win football games. The defense did not. Now, I'm not saying that the defense has been fixed, because they still need to fix the secondary. But the defense played well enough. The defense did not disappoint. The offense played serviceable for some of the game. And I heard all this crying talk about this vaunted Baltimore defense. And before that game, going into that game, I'm like, I don't see it. Like, they shut out Huntley, okay? They shut out, I think Cleveland is another one they shut out. And they shut out Cincinnati to open the game of the season. That's what they shut out. They let Blake Bortles get, 4 touchdowns in the first half or first quarter when they was in London? I think yards-wise, they're the number one defense, or scoring defense, the number one scoring defense, I think, in allowing points, but part of it because they had 3 shutouts against Cleveland and Brett Hundley, and then against Cincinnati opening day. I give them that one. I give them that shutout. But the other 2, I really don't give them too much credit for. And they couldn't stop Hopkins. They could barely stop Braxton Miller. That Braxton Miller had probably had his best game as a Texan. But they damn sure couldn't stop Hop. And they kept leaving them one-on-one. And Hop was killing them. Hop was giving them the business. They could not stop Hop. They couldn't stop him at all. But we still came away with the loss, because Tom Savage, even though he looked decent against Arizona, he looked like Tom Savage, especially towards the end of that game. For the majority of the game, he played okay, but he looked like Tom Savage, especially on those last 2 drives. He's averaging a turnover every game, a fumble every game. Every game this season, he's fumbled the ball at least once. And that's only the past 2 games he fumbled once, because a game against Jacksonville, he fumbled twice. Against the Colts, he fumbled twice. Against the Rams, he fumbled twice. He fumbled once and had a pick against Arizona. He fumbled once and had a pick against Baltimore. And people were telling me, oh, that fumble's not his fault because the left tackle got blown up. The left tackle got blown up. Okay. Even though it gets to a point that when you fumble every game, it's no longer how the fumble occurs. It's because that you're the one who's fumbling. So we can't really give you the benefit of the doubt, because you're fumbling. You're a fumbler. You can't hold on to the ball. You are turnover prone. That's what you do. You turn over the ball. But I'm going to play a game with you, because I put this fire, if I'm going to hold somebody's feet to the fire, I put this right on Bob McNair's doorstep. Bob McNair is the reason why the Texans will not be in the postseason this year. Bob McNair, I mean, you can blame it on injuries, which is true, because if Deshaun Watson's playing, they'll more than likely be, at the very least, playing for that wild card spot, if not playing for the division. And if J.J. Merciless was still here, even with Tom Savage, the defense would look better, have a better pass rush. Who knows? Maybe some things could happen, because you was in the game in the beginning against the Rams, because the way the pass rush was hitting, Clowney was hitting. So who knows? But this is the reason why. Start off with Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson gets hurt. There was 9 games left to go in the season. 9 full-fledged games. And even if you take because he got hurt on Thursday and he played Sunday, even if you take that Colts game out, still 8 games, a half of a season. If you insert Colin Kaepernick into this offense, who knows what could have happened? Who knows? At least you're playing. At least you look serviceable. But no. Bob McNair has politics. He has policy. That's the reason why he doesn't want to bring in Colin Kaepernick. So you can tell me, oh man, everybody ain't bringing in Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick ain't on no team. Don't know nobody want to bring him. Okay. Still no excuse for Bob McNair, because there's another reason why. Because of Bob McNair, that's the reason why Dwayne Brown's not on the team. You can say holdouts and contracts all you want to. And I firmly believe that Dwayne Brown wanted to get traded. That was his end game, was to get traded. It wasn't for a contract. I don't even know if you even gave him a contract extension, if he would have accepted it. I'm thinking that his end game was to get traded. But the reason why he wanted to get traded was because of Bob McNair. Because of the history past, or the comments he made after President Obama was elected as president, some stuff here and there. Then last year when Dwayne Brown held up his fist in the meeting about that last year in the Patriots game, those things is what occurred. Before the inmate run the asylum, the inmate run the prison comment came out, before that was even said, there was already rub. There was already, he didn't want to be here. He was holding out. Now at that time we thought it was contract. Even though I always was under the impression that he wanted to get traded. My thing, I always thought his end game was to get traded to LA to be with his wife, because since his wife is a radio host in LA, no longer in Houston, she's now in LA. I thought that was his main end game. But his end game was really just to get out of Houston. And some people say maybe it was the team, that he just didn't want to be part of the team. No, because it's not basketball. This is not the NBA when you can dictate where you want to be traded to because you don't have to re-sign with them next year. It don't matter if he could got traded to the Cleveland Browns. There was nothing he could do. And if Cleveland thought he was a franchise player, they could have franchise tagged him. He'd been 0-16 for 2 years in a row or something like that, because they could have franchise tagged him and make sure he didn't go nowhere. Not to mention he's still under contract for a whole another season. So his end game was just to get out of Houston, period. And if those comments wouldn't have came out, I think it might have been a 50-50 chance that he would have stayed, because he would have played. He played with Deshaun Watson. He see what Deshaun Watson was doing. He might be like, you know what, I kind of want to stay. Because if it was about money, he made his point after week 1 when you gave up 10 sacks. He would have came in. We'll do a contract next year. We'll go ahead and give me an extension. I'm gonna play. But you see my point. You see what y'all do without me. You see how much y'all need me. But it wasn't about money. It was about that he wanted to leave. And the reason why he wanted to leave was because of Bob McNair and Bob McNair's politics and policies. And go back to that Colt game. If you have Dwayne Brown, who knows even if Deshaun Watson's not there, and you have Tom Savage. The last play of the game, when Cliff Carter gets beat, when you're on the goal line, when it's 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, whatever, you was on the 5, it was within the 5-yard line, and you're down by 6. Touchdown wins you the game. Touchdown, extra point wins you the game. Whole nother season now, because now you have 2 divisional wins. You have 4. You at that time you've been with 4-5, 4-4, something like 4-4. At that time you'd be 4-4. Then a Monday night, same thing. Left tackle gets blown up by Suggs. Strip sack fumble. You're only down by 4, and like I've been telling you, they could not hold Hopkins. They could not contain Hopkins. To contain them, what was they doing? They was passing interference. They was holding them. They was grabbing him. Did you see his jersey was half ripped off? I actually wanted them to rip the jersey off to see what they was going to do if he didn't have no jersey. We was just about to pass. I wanted to see what would happen. But that's what was going on. That's exactly what was going on. They could not stop Hopkins. So if you had better offensive line play, who knows how that game would have handled. And like I've been telling people, even though I thought the division might have been out of reach, but the wild card was still in play. Because if you beat Baltimore, both of y'all are 5-6. The only team that's a better record than you is Buffalo. And Buffalo still have to play the Patriots twice. If you handle your business, you can sneak into that wild card. Not to mention, if you handle your business, you are only 2 games back of the Colts, 2 games back of the Titans and the Jags. You still have to play both of them. If you handle your business, you get wins, they get losses. They have to play against each other. So evidently one of them going to lose. And Jacksonville still has to play the Seahawks. The Titans still have to play the Rams. it was still in play. It was a slimmer chance to get the division, but it was still in play. The more likely scenario was the wild card, and you was definitely in play with that if you would have beaten Baltimore. But you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. So, bottom in there, thank you. Thank you for bringing football back to Houston and giving us mediocrity. But we're going to go bypast that. I'm going to give you my preview of the Titan game. I know last time 57-14, but we don't have Deshaun Watson in this one. But coming into the season, I thought that Mariota was the best quarterback in his division. And for the first couple games of the division, Deshaun Watson was playing the way he was playing, lights out. I didn't want to jinx Deshaun Watson, like, oh, Deshaun Watson the best quarterback in the division. I didn't want to jinx this. I was still holding on to Marcus Mariota, but it's clearly that Deshaun Watson the best quarterback in the division. I knew that. I just didn't want to just jinx us. That's the only reason why I never made the statement. But I'm making the statement now because, yeah, he's clearly head and shoulders, I think, the best quarterback in the division, even over Andrew Luck. I think Andrew Luck is slightly overrated. But Marcus Mariota, the Titans are fool's gold because they're 7-4, 8-4, 7-4, and they don't feel like a 7-4 team. They feel like an 8-8 football team. They feel like a they don't do anything great. I mean, last year they had a great running game. Their running game is not great no more. They don't have a great defense. I think you can score on this defense. Clearly, they put up 57 points last time. But I'm just saying, you can score on this defense. You can move the ball on this defense. This defense is not frightened. This offense is not scary. You can stop this offense from scoring. You can suffocate this offense. Something the Texans defense does very well is a suffocating defense. Now, they do give up big plays because the secondary is weak. But the Texans defense has always been a suffocating defense, not an attacking defense like Jacksonville. Jacksonville has an attacking defense, able to force turnovers and just beat you up. The Texans defense suffocates you, force you to go 3 and out. They lead the NFL under Bill O'Brien. They lead the NFL in 3 and outs and force 3 and outs. Even the year when they went 2-14 in 2013, they led the NFL in third down conversions because they were the best. They were the best third down conversion defense in the NFL in the past 5 seasons. It's fact. It's not nothing I made up. You can go look at these are legitimate statistics because they're a suffocating defense. And I think the way this offense in Tennessee is constructed, you can easily suffocate them. So my prediction is 23-20 Texans. Even though I think as of right now the Titans are a better team, but unless I just really feel you're going to lose, I'm not going to pick the Texans to lose the game. I'm sorry. Unless I just really feel they have no chance. And I think they legitimately have a chance to win 23-20. I think that you can put up enough points in this defense and get in the field goal range to put Fairbairn in to get some field goals. And I think you can suffocate this offense enough that you can squeak out a win. So I think the Texans will pull away with the victory, even though it's all for naught, because it's not like they're going to go to the playoffs. But at least we can see something, and we can see improvement. That's the level that we're at right now. We need to see improvement because tanking doesn't do us no good because we have no first or second round pick. So we at least need to have some type of improvement because next year, I feel like a Cowboy fan by saying this. I think next year is really that season. Next year, Deshaun Watson will be back. Even though he is yet to have a full-fledged rookie game, that Chief game he had, even though he had 5 touchdowns in that game, he started that game off slower than he started off any game this season. Every other game, he started off fast. That game, he started off kind of slow. So maybe that's his equivalent to his rookie performance, him hitting the rookie wall, as you say. Then maybe that might be the equivalent of that performance. Because I don't care what Jacksonville does this year. Because I think they're probably the best team in the division right now. And I don't care what the Titans do this season. The Texans, in my opinion, will be the team to beat next year when they full-fledged healthy because I think they have the most important position in NFL and sports locked up, and they have the best player in that position and in this division in Deshaun Watson. So, like I said, my final prediction is 23-20 Texans. The defense will be suffocating enough to hold Marcus Mariota, who plays Joe Flacco-ish. He plays kind of like Joe Flacco a little bit. And come away with the win. Because something about this team also, It's like they don't trust Mariota. About him being Flacco-ish. It's like they don't trust Marcus Mariota. It's like they don't really trust him. Like, they don't trust him to throw the ball downfield and to win you games with his arm. Not even with his feet, because he only runs when design runs. I have a Titans fan tells me that constantly. That he only runs when his design runs. And it's like they want to do more in the run game, but that Zach Smash Mouth last year it worked. It ain't working too well this year. So, and now Mariota's turned the ball over. So it's like, maybe they don't really trust Mariota. Maybe Mariota has them fooled. I don't know. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't, comment below if you haven't, click that bell to get more videos. Like I said, I apologize that I didn't get any videos to y'all sooner, but I will correct that mistake. I holla.